amazing album. Cowboy
Mhm.
Car, of course, very big album. I think 27 songs, country music chart. She's killing it. But now this has sparked an entire generation to start doing research and seeing, hey, the term cowboy came from this. We were the first cowboys,
Mhm.
cowgirls. So important because as kids, we'll think whether it's the Dallas Cowboys or Western
Mhm.
movies that it's this white man who's coming to save the world. But in all actuality, it was us. Why is that so important for us to know? Country music, cowboy, cowgirl, that's actually us.
It is because a lot of our history is not written.
Right.
One in every four cowboys were Black.
Mm-hmm.
The terminology cowboy came about from them calling us boys,
Yep.
and we handled the cattle.
Mm.
And we did the cattle drives, which they
Mm.
also refer to as trail rides, getting from one end to the next. They were the ranch hands.
Mm.
And nobody wanted to be called a cowboy. That was kind of
Mm.
derogatory. They were
Right.
wranglers and wrestlers.
Mm.
Now everybody wants to be a cowboy.
Mm.
Educating, especially our own, letting them know, hey, they broke barriers. This is why you're
Mm.
able to do this. This is what they did. They paved the way. Like Bill Pickett,
Yeah.
one of the most notable cowboys that we name our rodeo association after.
Mm.
Okay. Things he did and inventing the event they call steer wrestling today, which is actually bulldogging because he
Yeah.
invented the event.
Yeah.
So we go to markets and there's people that don't even know because it's not
Mm.
not there. It may be a story or two that may be in some books that you can pick up, or it may be a certain cowboy that's written a book about himself,
Right.
but not a book that captures that.
Mm.
And one of the things that is my goal that I am working on now, because oh, I just had this conversation with Valeria, who's our CEO and
Mm.
runs our organization. And I was talking about my book. And she was like, why do you want to write that? I said, because the stories need to be told.
Mm.
We need to be able to go open a book and know about the different people that have made imprints, like our
Yep.
Clint LeBlancs, like our Corey Solomons, Murtis Dightmans, Charlie Sampsons. But what about the locals that nobody knows about?
Exactly. Yep.
Like the Willie Foo-Foos. Nobody
Mm.
knows about it. He's from Southeast Texas.
Mm.
Different other ones that have made an impact. We need to know about them because
Mm-hmm.
they made a difference. They may not have gone to the big rodeos to set
Mm.
records, but set records in their own hometown, or
That's
basically their.
That's right. Yes, ma'am. That's powerful. And having the chance to read up on Bill Pickett, seeing, hey, he was the first cowboy, period. Everything he did, pioneered, bulldog, and all of that stuff. But now I get so frustrated because it's like growing up, you'll think, oh, Black people aren't country. Black people aren't cowboys. Black people didn't do this. Bill Pickett, who was he and why is he so important?
Oh my gosh. I'm going to go a little bit further back with that
Mm-hmm.
because one who started our rodeo association
Mm-hmm.
went to a rodeo, the Cheyenne Frontier Days, and he
Mm.
looked and he didn't see anybody that looked like us,
Wow.
but he knew we existed. So he did his research and he found Bill Pickett, and he
Mm.
read how Bill Pickett, what he did as a ranch hand, because he worked on Ranch 101 with the Miller brothers. He
Wow.
also, and how he would entertain and he would do the bulldogging event where he would grab a steer by the horns, bite him on the lip, and flip him
Wow.
with no.
Bite him on the
And
lip.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
And so he was like, that has to be told.
Mm.
So he created a rodeo, and our vision is to continue to educate about the Black West, who made an impact in the Black West, like Stagecoach, Mary Fields, Bass Reeves, different other people that have impact, Nat Love. And so in some of our rodeos, we actually, how can you say, we actually have our contestants go out and portray the characters as we
Mm.
read Black.
Wow.
Okay. And
Yep.
then getting back to Bill Pickett, educating and letting everybody know who he was, that our legacy for the past 40 years,
Mm.
educate everyone that we possibly can touch who Bill
Mm.
Pickett was and the Black West history.
Wow. That's amazing. That's great. That's great. Yeah. Cowboys, we talk about them, all the men, but cowgirls, who are some prominent cowgirls as well, so we can show some prominent love to the ladies too.
Yes. Oh my gosh. We have some amazing women. We have some of them that are business owners, some of them that are managers in corporate America, some that are nurses, but they love to rodeo. That's their passion.
Hmm.
And started off with Bill Pickett Invitational Rodeo with one women event, and it was the ladies barrel racing. And so
Wow.
that's the they had. Then some talented cowgirls came up and like, well, if men can bulldog, let's create a version of that for women. And
Mm,
that's how steer and decorating came up.
mm,
So them dismounting from their horse and flipping the steer over, they actually reach for a ribbon, which is a piece of tape off the back of a steer while they're flying 30 miles per hour.
wow.
And then recently, within the last say 2-3 years, we have added the ladies breakaway, which is
Mm,
the version of calf roping. They don't have to dismount once again and tie the calf down. They just have to rope them within the time. So now we have 3 events for women.
wow.
But from where I'm from, there are women with all women rodeos. So we have
Mm,
women bareback. We have women that ride bulls. We have women that do every one of the events. And because I live in Texas, that's just a normal thing for me. Rodeos every weekend, 2-3 of them, and horses down the road. But there's not too many other areas that people go, oh my God, really? Oklahoma's another one that have rodeos all the time. But if
yep.
you go to markets like we would go to St. Louis, we would go to Detroit, we would
Wow.
go to several others, and they never seen a black cowboy. They never
I can believe it.
or touched a horse or a steer or seen a bull other than television.
Mm,
So their vision, what they thought changed, and what they were used to seeing on television became
that's
reality for them.
that's right. That's right. And growing up here in Atlanta, it's that fine balance between like city life and still like country as well. So
Mm-hmm.
I be exposed to like our family's ranch or friends who would have horses, all of that. However, though, I see outside of like in the South, whether it's Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, up north to the west, that's country. But us not knowing that all of us came from the South anyway. So like, how do we better embrace our country roots, if you will, and then not think, that's not for black folks.
To continue educating,
Hmm.
to continue doing the Bill Pickett Invitational Rodeo, to continue for other rodeos, other cowboys, cowgirls, for Beyonce to continue doing what she's doing,
Yeah.
for Black country artists to continue to sing about what we live, what we do.
Hmm.
We're blessed to have social media now. So the more positive information that we put out there to show what we do, to show that we exist, then we're continuing to educate. But we have to be able to tell the story.
Yes, ma'am.
We have to be able to live the culture. We have
Hmm.
to represent and let people know what it is.